Did you ever know that you could grow plants without having soil?
Hello, welcome back to Rocky Knob Farm on our YouTube channel. Here today I'm at Wayne High School, and I got a special guest here, a guy that knows probably more than anybody in Wayne County about hydroponics, Caleb Dyer. Well, tell us a little bit how you got into hydroponics.
That was a class project about 6 years ago. A group of kids decided we wanted to try it. When I was a student in this class, I went on a field trip to Tommy Aggins's farm. It was the first place that I ever saw hydroponics. We put together a small system the first year and raised 50 tomato plants and had success with it, so we actually doubled our system where we can grow 100 tomato plants now.
So, have you been doing tomatoes longer, or lettuce, or what?
We've done tomatoes longer than any of them. Lettuce we've been doing for 2 years now.
Everything looks good. You got some tomatoes here growing already here. Blooms everywhere. And we're in December, so that's definitely a plus. Tell us what you have to have to start hydroponics, the basics.
The first thing we got to have will be the Beto buckets, which are the tan colored buckets that the plants grow in. You have to have drain lines, a nutrient tank, and a pump, and a timer to run the pump.
So you're pumping fluid constantly?
No,
okay.
It's on a timer.
Okay.
It only kicks on certain 4 to 6 times a day, depending on the stage that the plants are in, and the heat, humidity, how much water they're needing. You can always adjust that with a timer.
So the thing that really fascinates me about hydroponics is a plant grows, produces, and has never touched soil, right?
Correct. The only thing in the buckets is perlite. Perlite is like a volcanic rock. It's the little white balls that you find in potting mix. It doesn't have any nutrient value. The only thing it does is give the roots a place to attach. And it's a light material that allows oxygen to move through the soil to keep the roots from rotting.
Okay. So what about your lettuce? Is there anything different from growing? What's the biggest difference between growing tomatoes and lettuce with hydroponics?
The tomatoes are probably more labor intensive because as they vine and grow, you're having to clip, you're having to sucker, you need to come through and actually pollinate the flowers so you will get a tomato. With the lettuce, it's about a 6-week process from the time that the crop is planted till it's finished, ready to cut, ready to harvest. The big difference between the two setups or the two systems is the Beto bucket system is a open system, so the nutrients that go to the plants don't circulate back through there. And where it's a long-term crop, we do this in case if there was a disease to get in the plants, that it doesn't transfer to the rest of the plants. With the lettuce is a closed system, so that nutrient and water solution is constantly recirculating through it.
Okay, so when you talk about suckering, can you explain to them what suckering is when you sucker a tomato plant?
Okay, so a sucker would be this branch or this leaf right here that comes up in the crotch of a regular branch. This branch is not going to add any benefit to the plant. It's just going to take energy away from tomato production. So we like to remove those. This is about the right stage or the size that you want to remove them, and it's easy. You just break it to one way and break it the other way, and it'll come off. So you just want to remove those. As the plant grows, it'll produce more, and it's something that we have to do weekly.
Wow. So we got a tank here with a pump in it, looks like, and a filter here. Tell us how this works.
Okay, this is our nutrient tank. Of course, we have a pump and a filter just to keep any small grains from stopping up our drip lines. And this is all connected to a timer that we have set to tell it when to kick on and when to kick off. So in this tank, we mix up 3 different fertilizers with water, and then we're able to test it to make sure that the strength of it is correct for the stage of growth that the plants are in. And this is how we can manipulate the nutrients that the plants are getting to make sure that they're getting exactly what they need at all times.
Right. So we've learned quite a bit about hydroponics. What else do you do here at the high school, Caleb?
In the spring, we will have 2 other greenhouses open for spring plant sales. Be ferns, hanging baskets, potted plants, flowers, and vegetables. Full season, cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, and your tomatoes and peppers for your garden.
So with this pandemic and no help, it kind of makes it tough on one guy.
It can be a chore. Yes, sir.
Well, thanks for having us out here today, and thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.